Hello Virgo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is a very, very deep Queen of Cups. A lot of water energy. Let's put that into some context. And there we go. And let's see what we might be finding in all of that water energy. Right? Path of the Dove here, Path of the Serpent. This looks really nice. This looks like wow, this looks like a lot of water, and then some very interesting earth energy right here on the horizontal plane on the Path of the Dove. And it's all leading to this really kind of empowering fire energy, the water energy, and this brilliant sun at the end. To me, that's really, really, really powerful. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. All right, this is the card that we select using the Smith-Waite Tarot today. And we are going to just set this down right here. We're going to put the frog on top. We're not going to look at that until the very end of the reading. Okay, and we're going to see how that might tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end. So let's look around here. We've got major arcana, earth, 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 water, 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 and a little bit of fire. So this is really, I think that you have a lot of this intense energy around you, and it's really pushing you forward on this work. Whatever this work is that you're doing, I feel like it's divinely sanctioned. I feel like you have all the necessary elements. There's nothing that's going to stop you, right? We're going from a very strong home base. This is like your home. This is your safe place, right? This is your security, your stability, the foundation. You are doing all the right things. You're taking risks, but you're working hard. You're working smart. You know yourself. You have a very confident sense of what you're doing, and you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. And it's resulting in this 9 of Pentacles. Well, that is the gain. That is really seeing the visible signs of progress. Okay. But there's something else brewing underneath it all with this water energy. Queen of Cups. There's a real depth to you. You are so much more than just your hard-working, physical kind of life. There's so much more depth to you than just what you're accomplishing on the physical plane in the material world. There's a surface level that probably most people see, and then there is a real depth beneath that. There's a whole, the whole iceberg is under the water, right? Interestingly, we have a Cancer connection. Let's look at this. We have this Knight of Cups down here at the bottom, and this represents a Cancer person who is kind of underneath some of this water. It's kind of like there's a connection that you have with a Cancer person. And I feel like this is kind of what you're trying to connect with. I don't know if there's some issue with you connecting with that Cancer person, right? Because look, we also have a 2 of Cups over here in the position of your relationship or your environment, or how you're relating to your environment. So I wonder if a lot of this water energy has to do with a relationship that you're in, or that you're potentially in, with a Cancer person. Now maybe not Cancer, but a water sign person, I'm fairly sure of that. And it's almost as if you want them to see what's down beneath the surface. You want them to connect with you on a level that's beyond just the surface of the water. Yeah. And I think that's why we've got a lot of the water energy right here. It doesn't take away from all of this really wonderful success and all of this hard work that you're doing here. So I really don't know what we should focus on, but there's a lot of intense energy going on, even with this Fool energy. The Fool up here is at the top. You really just kind of want this free-flowing, spontaneous life, you know? I think you have the desire to transcend a lot of this stuff. Even this hard work, even the horizontal plane here, all of this hard work, your home, your, I don't know, maybe this is education, maybe this is your work with this Hierophant energy. It's kind of how you are currently expressing your higher nature is through this physical plane, through this work that you're doing. And it's really being successful. It's really taking off. You're doing it. You're succeeding. Yeah. But what you really want is to fly away from all of this, you know? You really just feel, you want to feel anyway, light as a feather, and you want the wind to take you, right? This is consciousness expanding. This is infinite awareness. This is no self-consciousness. This is feeling like you have no responsibilities. You have no body. You have no self. This is just pure awareness, right? And this is freedom. This is transcending the material plane, right? Experiencing something that is, you know, in some ways to a lot of us, in a lot of ways, but to you, much more important than trying to connect with this water energy down below, and certainly more important than just trying to be successful in the work that you're doing. But there's a reason why all of this is in the cross formation right now. You know, we have this kind of this spiritual aspiration, your emotional needs or desires for the connection that you want, and also your material life and your material success. It's all part of the same cross, right? It's all part of this sun energy. And the sun is at the center of the cross, right? The sun is all of the elements together, activated, creating this spiritual entity. You know, you are a complete and whole human being because you have all of these different aspects of yourself. The only thing that we're missing right now is the air. And to me, that's the communication. That's perhaps the intellectual understanding of this, but you are the spiritual sun. And to be this, we have to have the rest of these things. You have to have this physical life as well as this spiritual life, your emotional life, your creative life. We have the Queen of Wands down here, showing your assertiveness, showing your creativity, which is also connected with the water, being a Queen of Wands, right? It's the water of fire. So there's really a lot going on here, a lot of intense energy. I feel like, you know, in some ways you're working hard and you're being successful, okay? What you're trying to do beneath the surface is make this water connection. You're trying to be creative and express yourself. It would be nice if we could reconcile some of this water and you could connect with the person that you're trying to connect with. But what you really want at the end of the day is just to float away, right? Is just to transcend all of these responsibilities, all of these tasks, all of these, you know, difficulties, all of the rest of this intensity. You just want to be free, you know. But the real irony here is that to be free, we have to stay involved in all of this energy. All of this is still very necessary to your ultimate freedom that we see up here with the Sun card. Now, the Sun card is freedom in the sense that you have mastered all of these other issues and now you're free to pursue your orbit. You're free to travel around the universe according to your nature. You know, so you're free to love and work and live and create the way you want to. So this is the real goal. We could be a fool and transcend, but the fool isn't going to have much of an experience of it, because the Fool's kind of like a goldfish. Every experience is a new experience because it doesn't retain anything. So it's not growing, it's not evolving, it doesn't even remember what it has experienced, right? It's completely, off the wheel of incarnation, so to speak. Whereas the Sun is completely fulfilled, and it still has that sense of freedom. There's still responsibility, but there is now the opportunity for us to pursue our path with relative freedom, and grow and expand and evolve through those experiences. We're traveling through space rather than just kind of becoming space. I think we covered a lot of this energy already. I like the Four of Pentacles in kind of yesterday's card. This was a move that you made into a more domestic kind of life. This was when you kind of now, you have earthly responsibilities. And maybe you never really did, until kind of recently. Now maybe you find yourself with a family, a home, you got bills to pay, you've got more responsibilities. Maybe it's kind of your job to keep a stable foundation in your life for your family, or just for you, your pets, your plants. You've got a lot of things to tend to, okay? And I kind of feel like this is isolating you a little bit, that it is, you feel almost a little bit separated from people, from just, from the world, from the universe. And I think that's contributing a lot to this Fool energy, this wanting to just become empty space, rather than being confined like this, right? These are two very, very different energies here. But anyway, this was yesterday, and then today we've got the Hierophant, and I feel like this is good, because we're taking some of this spiritual energy, some of the spiritual path that you're on, right? Your real work, your spiritual work. And we're starting to understand that it is through our physical life, our physical actions, our physical work, that we are expressing our spiritual selves. Yeah. But I think this is a difficult lesson to learn, right? Because I feel like a lot of the time, this just feels like hard, grueling work. I'm tired, I'm sore, I just want to go to sleep, I just want to float away, right? But it's a lot of hard work. But we're learning the lesson, but we may not perceive it right away. You know what I mean? And that could be another reason why there's an absence of air energy, because the air energy, the swords, is that perception. And maybe we're just having trouble seeing that all of this toil, all of this grueling work is part of the spiritual process of becoming a fully activated human being, right? Becoming a full manifested spiritual being, right? See where to go from here. We can go over here to the position of what we don't want with this Five of Cups. This is emotional turmoil, right? We don't want a turbulent emotional life. We want ease. We want things to be simple, right? But the Five of Cups is a lot of waves, a lot of undertows, a lot of differing currents, a lot of motion in the emotional world. The motion of the emotion. And we don't want that. We want simplicity. We want tranquility. We want peace and calm and quiet. We want to just float away, right? But this is kind of sometimes what we need, because this is kind of like fighting for what you believe in, right? This is you feeling something strongly and being willing to have the fight, to have the argument. Yeah. This is the willingness to do battle, emotional battle with ourselves, really, with our inertia, with our wanting to just float away, in order to fulfill our desires in this world, in this life. Yeah. So, I mean, looking at all of this energy, it's pretty straightforward. I feel like nothing really can stop you. You've got this enduring earth energy. You've got all of this water energy. You're a passionate person. You're a creative person. You're a kind of a dominating person. You've got this fire energy here that is in your general energy. And this is someone who is unstoppable. This is someone that when they get the idea, when they get something that they want, when they know where they're going, nothing can stop them. Except maybe for yourself, you know. So this a lot of really intense energy around us here. But now let's take a look at this mystery card. Thank you, Frog, for helping us out here. I'd like to see this maybe be some air energy. I think air would show us that we're starting to look at things in a different way. We're starting to maybe accept some of this energy and just almost like accepting the inevitable, you know, accepting the necessity of some of this stuff. Well, let's see what we've got. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Perfect confirmation. It's the beginning. It's the ace, right? This is the beginning of understanding. This is the beginning of the perception, of perceiving the necessity of all of these other energies, right? Of understanding the path because we want to get there. We want to be a fully activated human being, right? Whatever that means. We have to understand what we're doing. We have to really be open to the awareness of each of these things, especially all of this, because I think your physical life is very successful. Whatever you're doing in the physical world is working. If you're planting a garden, if you're building a business, if you're raising a family, you're succeeding. You're doing a great job at it. Nothing can stop you, right? But the lack of understanding or the lack of communication with yourself, with others, is the only thing that's kind of preventing the smooth, easy flowing that we want, right? So either we get to this Ace of Swords or we continue with this air energy, this Fool air energy, which is kind of the opposite of the Ace of Swords, if I'm honest with you. The Ace of Swords is very aware of self, right? This is the enlightenment. This is the intense knowledge of self. This is that spiritual experience of the self, whereas the Fool is no self, you know? So it's kind of, are we choosing which one, you know? Anyway, we are going to do an extended Virgo. If you would like to stick around, just click on the link that's up there. That'll give you access to all extended readings, all right? I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.